Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for January 23rd, 2026. Although I wrote 2025 on here, but it is 2026. Okay, so let's start with some of the recently announced pre-orders. Not a ton of stuff, but some solid stuff. I guess I'll start with Analogue Productions. They announced they are doing a 40th anniversary series. This is really just a continuation, aesthetically anyways, of the Atlantic 75th series. They're doing 45 RPM Atlantic titles, and they're doing 40 more of them. CDs, SACDs, and vinyl. I am still in the process of building all of the SKUs for the website, but the ones that are coming out the soonest, that have actually official release dates, I have on the website, and I'm putting more up every day. They'll be done in the next day or so. But I'll give you some of the highlights. They're doing Van Morrison's Moondance, Van Morrison Astral Weeks, George Benson Breeze, and that's actually one I'm looking forward to. Self-titled Montrose, a couple little feats. They're doing Dixie Chicken and Sailing Shoes, SACDs and vinyl. 45 RPM on the vinyl and SACDs. So yeah, those are coming out. I don't know what the time frame is, but it seems like they're probably going to target that 2 a month still. So, you know, I was actually quite surprised that the last 75th anniversary series, they got most of the titles done in the time frame that they had originally said. When they gave that big hefty 75 titles in 3 years, I thought it was going to be 6 years, maybe. But yeah, so here's hoping that this continues and we still get 2 a month. Dave Matthews Band, they're doing Live Tracks Volume 72. That comes out March 20th. All the dates on the Analogue Productions on the release titles are online. Most of them don't have release dates yet. Rhino Reserve is actually doing the Van Morrison title, Moondance as well. That's coming out at 33. Done by Matt Luthans as well. I think Matt maybe did both of these. He did the 45 RPM and the 33. That comes out February 2026. Harry Styles has a new album announced. We're going to do a release party for it as well, like a listening party. We got a couple listening parties coming up, but I believe that's one that we're going to do here as well. That is Kiss All the Time, Disco Quietly. That's coming out March 6th. Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he has a new album coming out. Hanara, I've got the indie vinyl red exclusive on the website coming 3/27, so March 27th. I am not doing a whatnot this week. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to round up. I don't have time to round stuff up later today, but following week, I'll do a whatnot, my weekly Thursday 5 o'clock whatnot. Also, check whatnot. I have a huge first pressing auction coming out Sunday, the first Sunday of February. I think it's the 2nd. All first pressing auction. I've got a Dark Side of the Moon Blue Triangle. I've got a Butcher cover. I've got Vertigo Black Sabbath. The stuff that's on there, it's 200 records. They're already listed. I'll do a flip video on YouTube maybe the week after next, or the week before, so like next week. God, it's coming up quick. But yeah, there's a lot of killer stuff on that. It's going to be Sunday at 11 o'clock, I think on the 2nd. It's the week before the Super Bowl, so there's no football. I kind of scheduled it that way. Also, I wanted to remind you guys of the trade-in program. I'm still doing it. I haven't decided to cancel yet. It's still been going strong. I'll tell you guys the caveats. If you have a record, say this record here, and it was worth $100 or more, you can go onto the website, click Sell My Records. There's a trade-in request form, and you can send them in for store credit. You'll get 75% of the value of the record. So if that's a record that I would sell for, say, $100, you'll get $75 in trade value. If it's a record that I would sell for $1,000, $750, you know, math. So it's been really, really successful. We don't take box sets. That's one of the only caveats. But for the most part, I've taken a ton of stuff. If you look on the website at the pre-owned section, pretty much everything that I put on the pre-owned section is from the trade-in program. But, you know, it's up to 20 records. If, you know, you mail them in, like, you're going to submit the request. I'll approve it personally. If you send it in and we don't agree on a price, I've only had that happen one time for one record. The other 10 he sent me, we agreed on, and then actually contacted me a couple weeks later and tried sending it back, but I declined. Anyways, the records that have been traded in have been all over the place. Everything from audiophile records, MoFi records, 90s records, high-end psych records. It's just, you name it, it's been really successful. I'm still doing it. Yeah, it's 75% is about the best you can possibly do, because typically if you go online, you sell it, you ship it, you pay the fees, and you take all the risk, you kind of land net result kind of in that range anyway. You know what I mean? And I'm doing all the work, so it's a no-brainer. But if we don't agree on a price, I mail you your record back. I pay for the shipping. So it's been a solid program, still going strong. Okay, let's get into this week's new arrival, starting with the format. This is an Arizona band. And I have the Arizona retail exclusive here. The Arizona retail exclusive of Boycott Heaven. Arizona is pink peach vinyl. And then I have the standard first issue, translucent Swiss coffee. All right. This is part of the Decca Pure Analog series. These are limited to 3,100, and I sold out of these things like lickety-splickety last week. So they're numbered. I've been telling people locally, hey, pre-order these things, don't wait. I think I've got a little extra of both of these. They've announced 3, I think, so far, and I've got all 3 of them. And last week was the first title. This week is the following 2. These are done very similar to the Deutsche Grammophon series. It's still cut by Sidney Meyer, who worked as a protege of Kevin Gray for a while at Emil Berliner Studios. Manufactured on 180-gram heavyweight vinyl. This series essentially is going to cover the Decca, which I think is the most consequential audiophile classical label there is. The records go for the most. They're probably the most collected. They are probably overall the most loved. And this is a series that was definitely needing an audiophile reissue. But here is the first one. The second one, almost all of them came with a tiny little ding corner. I'm talking very minor, so you can see it here. Very, very minor corner ding. Because of that, if you go online, I might have some that don't have corner dings on them, but most of them that I have these tiny little corner dings, but I'm discounting them accordingly. Normally, I would just send those all back, but as quick as these things sold out last time, and the fact that they're only doing, well, in this case, 3,220. Bizarre. What's going on with these numbers? Stravinsky's 3,100. This is 3,220. I don't know what the purpose of that. We're going to do 3,220 of them. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but yeah. I wanted to give people a crack at getting them at a discount before I send them back, but I don't think I'm going to need to send them back because it's a minor corner ding and people are probably still going to buy it. Okay, 2 acoustic sound series titles from the Verve catalog. We've got the incredible Jimmy Smith, Organ Grinder Swing, featuring Kenny Burrell and Grady Tate. The other one is Jimmy Smith, Bashin', arrangements by Oliver Nelson. Includes the exciting jazz version of Walk on the Wild Side. Good record. Actually, one of Jimmy Smith's more popular records. When you're digging used bins, this is one that you'll see quite a bit. You know, you'll see that quite a bit more than a lot of his other stuff. The next Blue Note Classic series, we've got Joe Henderson's R Thing, all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. One of my favorite Art Blakey records. Highly recommend this. Art Blakey's Free For All. Cedar Walton, Wayne Shorter, Freddie Hubbard, Curtis Fuller. Great record. One of my favorites. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray. This is, what is this? From Blue Note. This is a newer Blue Note release, yeah. Produced by Joe Harley. Recorded and mixed by Mark Goodell. Julian Lange, Scenes from Above. A 10-inch of Andre 3000. 7 piano sketches on Epic. I actually get asked for this record quite a bit locally by just, you know, people that are kind of new to the hobby looking for this record. Not something you ever find on vinyl, but it finally got a reissue. That is Tony Braxton's The Heat, the iconic 2000 album. IDK, Even the Devil Smiles. Leela James, the debut album, available for the first time on limited edition vinyl from Warner Records. Alan Vega, this is the deluxe edition on ice blue vinyl, self-titled album. Includes early demos. So yeah, I guess that's the bonus stuff. Let's see, yeah. Bunch of Alan Vega reissues. This is on magenta vinyl. What the hell is this? Self-titled as well. Remastered from the original tapes by John Bonatti. Yeah, same thing. Just a different color vinyl. Not the same album. Oh, yeah. Actually it is. Okay, so check it out. Different covers. We're learning together here, folks. So we've got the deluxe edition and the standard vinyl. They have different covers. The deluxe edition includes a second disc of early demos. And then Alan Vega, Collision Drive. Same thing, remastered from the original tapes by Josh on red vinyl. Yes, Symphonic Live. This is a 4 LP set, half-speed remaster. The 8th side is etched for the first time, the entire concert on vinyl. Poppy, Empty Hands. This is the pink and ice blue with pink blue splatter version. And this is, same album, this is the iridescent white with blue marble. David Bowie, Station to Station picture disc. Let's see, Louise Tomlinson, How Did I Get Here? White and yellow marble vinyl. And then this is the same thing on clear vinyl. So one of these I'm assuming is the standard vinyl variant and the other one is the indie exclusive. Kings of Leon, EP number 2. This is a 12-inch EP. The Paper Kites. If you go there, I hope you find it. Lucinda Williams, World's Gone Wrong. This is the indie vinyl record store exclusive on Blue Sky vinyl. And then I have the standard version on premium black vinyl. Not to be confused with just regular black vinyl, it is premium. Sam Morrow, Concrete and Mud. A must-hear collection of songs that blend southern rock with country and funk. If you're a fan of Little Feat, Tony Joe White, and classic Leonard Skinner, then Sam Morrow has it all for you. Piva, No More Like This. Less Than Jake, 25th anniversary on transparent yellow vinyl of Borders and Boundaries. And just in time for Valentine's Day, we've got the Muppets Christmas Carol on clear glitter vinyl. The next stack of records is a bunch of killer restocks. Yeah, definitely. Huge chunk of restocks from Rhino Hi-Fi's, all analog, cut from the master tapes by Kevin Gray, the self-titled Black Sabbath. By far and away the best version that has ever come out. Arguably the best version. I did a more detailed analysis on this, the self-titled Doors. The one that's closest to my heart, the Doors, LA Woman. I was in the room when this was mastered. My initials are on the dead wax of this record. It's awesome. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray at Coherent. Yeah. Self-titled, Fleetwood Mac. The Rhino Hi-Fi stuff is amazing. Like every one of these, if you're a fan of these albums, generally these are all must-owns. The Stooges, This is the numbered version of 5,000 copies. Some ZZ Top restocks. Decca. El Loco. Eliminator, like this is a must-own pickup. This thing rocks. Played that like 20 times so far since it's come out. Afterburner. Got a restock of the standard black vinyl version of the self-titled Funkadelic Analogue mastered from tape. The 33 is from a digital file, but the 45 is from analog tape. Got a restock on both of those. Got a restock of the 20th anniversary of MF Doom's Food. '50th anniversary, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. It's just a record that hadn't been able to get for a little while. I'm showing it as a restock. Geese Getting Killed. This thing has been very difficult to keep in stock, selling like hotcakes. Haven't had a chance to listen to it, but everyone's raving about it. Geese 3D Country. The Rhino Reserve Doors Greatest Hits, cut from analog tape. Great record. Warren Zevon's Excitable Boy, mastered by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grumman Mastering, cut from analog tape. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night, Rhino Reserve, also cut from analog tape. The Rhino Reserves are not all cut from analog tape because they have done some Rhino Reserves that are albums that originate in the digital domain, but they're very transparent because if you look at the Rhino Reserve, below the Reserve there'll be a little cutout here that says cut from analog tape. If it's a Rhino Reserve that is not cut from tape, that will be missing. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise demos. This is a Black Friday exclusive. I don't know if I got a restock of this or if they just put this in as a non-exclusive. Great record and also a great sounding record. Chris Isaak's Heart Shape World. This is not the Rhino hi-fi version of this album, but it kind of pretty much is anyways, because look at the details. Beautiful thick tip-on jacket. Cut, according to the hype sticker, cut by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio from the original Analog Master. Faithfully replicated tip-on jacket. This essentially is a Rhino hi-fi title for 25 bucks. A no-brainer if you like this album. Very cheap and full-blown audiophile as far as production and sonically. The Monkees Headquarters. Classic album, mastered from tape. I think this is cut by Kevin Gray as well. I'm almost positive, but let's see if it's on here. I think Kevin did all of these. This is the 2 LP version that has the bonus disc. And I got a restock of Raymond Morris's Sweet Sister Funk on Mr. Bongo. So a absolute ton of killer restocks. The new arrival video, you know, this week, I don't know, there's a few things in here I might take a look at. That new Blue Note title. The Deccas, of course. Blue Note Classic. I have the Music Matters of this one and this one. If you don't have them, though, these two are worth a pickup. And I'll probably pick these up as well. So there, I mean, you know, some solid stuff this week. All right, guys, you can buy all this stuff online at theingroove.com. Until next time.